Welcome to Ecom Cowboy. This is D2C's daily show where we believe ads are not bad. Ignorance is expensive and the American dream is alive and well on the internet today, my friends. It is Friday, April 17th, 2026 in the year of our Lord. We're coming to you high atop a gorgeous Austin, Texas that everybody and their mom is flying to for Commerce Roundtable on Monday. We're brought to you by Seguno, Postscript, and Incense, and we got a jam-packed show for you today. Big PR wins to be had for our boy Zuck. New president of Meta has gone on Fox News and is telling incredible, truly heartbreaking, joyful stories about how Zuck's glasses are changing veterans' lives. We're going to be covering hot jobs. There's new Claude automations that are sending TikTok slideshows into infinity views up and to the right. We're going to have Phoenix Ha, VP of Social Commerce at Instant Hydration here on the show. And we're going to have Alex Greifeld of No Best Practices that's going to be joining us as well. She's going to actually be talking at Commerce Roundtable, and I want to get a little sneak peek. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Colin Doherty. Colin, get in here. Get inside this show.
Let's go.
Your background's looking lovely today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Are you low energy, high key, low key? Where are you at this morning? I just feel like I need to check on you.
I'm high energy. I'm feeling the vibes from everybody right now. Yeah.
Are you? I thought you were low vibes at first.
The Strait is open. The stocks are ripping, and I'm ready to rock.
And good news is that along with everything else that you just mentioned, there are D2C companies that are actually hiring humans. The robots have not all taken the jobs yet. And we have found, particularly me, I think I have found, actually with your help, I have found two of the best jobs that I think is going to take the cake today. It is time for one of our favorite segments of the week. I'm going to play the sound effect. Jack, you get the overlay. It is time for Hot Jobs.
Caliente.
Caliente is right. And our first job here comes to us via our boy, Dean Brennan, CEO at Heart and Soil, Senior Influencer and Partnership Management at what is really the place on the interwebs to acquire beef organs in a tablet, ancestral health. What I will say is that you need to be in Dripping Springs for this, okay? You need to be in the Austin area, not a bad thing. Everybody wants to be here. They want to move here. And Dripping Springs, oh man, one of my favorite corners of the Austin, Texas area. Now, you're going to own strategy, execution, and scale over what? Creators, affiliates, publishers. And what I will say here, I don't have deets for you because the Heart and Soul site was down, Dean. I'm sorry. I did text you or I DM'd you or I did whatever. I couldn't get more deets here. But what I want to tell the good people is that for those of you who don't know, the Heart and Soil team, for some reason, everybody is extremely healthy and good looking. Now,
Jacked.
I don't know if that's correlation or causation. I don't know. But I will say I had a friend who got hired on there, and a year later, the guy was looking like the best he ever had in his life. Okay, so I think it just happens by osmosis. You get in there and you get really hot. So this business is up and to the right, super healthy. Everybody who works there ends up becoming hot and healthy. I think this is a great move, and somebody needs to jump on this pronto. Colin, your thoughts?
Yeah, this is a great opportunity. I mean, I'd be foaming at the mouth at this opportunity a couple of years ago. In a different life, I would be all over this.
In a different life, I would be too. But I don't live in Dripping Springs, but worth making the drive for. For sure. Colin, next job is yours. It comes to us by way of Helen of Troy. Curl Smith, specifically, Helen of Troy owns every brand, it seems. Go ahead.
Yeah, one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to pick this specifically is not the Curlsmith factor. Yes, it's amazing. You get to, be in Boston. It's a little bit of a hybrid. 2 years experience, you can kind of slide in there and start to really get some good experience from a portfolio of brands. That is the main sell for why I'm so excited about this, because Helen of Troy owns some of the best brands known to man. And so, if you want to get involved with a company that is operating with 8 to 10 really incredible brands, and you get to be a part of one of those and maybe bop around to some other brands inside of the portfolio and kind of cut your teeth in that, this is a great opportunity for that, because you get to operate within people that have basically seen and done it all at this point.
Yeah, as far as like who Helen of Troy owns, it's
Everybody.
literally like everybody. So OXO, Hydro Flask, Osprey, Braun, Pure, Honeywell, Vicks, Hot Tools, Dry Bar, Revlon, Olive and June. It's like everybody,
Just some crazy names in there.
giant
Giant.
list. And if you get in there, you probably got some opportunities elsewhere. I will say something to be aware of. Even though you only need 2 years of experience, you are going to be doing a lot. I mean, it's
Yeah.
product launches, site merchandising, promotional campaigns, performance reporting, support for paid search, paid social SEO. You're going to be doing a lot. So strap on that feed bag and get ready to go to work.
Who isn't though, Chris?
Who isn't? Who isn't? And if you're not, you don't belong there anyway.
Exactly.
Next job, and I know everybody's going to think this is not a DDC job, but it is. It is.
Oh,
Okay.
come on.
It is.
Cheating.
It is. You found this for me. You did.
Come
This is
on.
founding engineer at Cluely. I actually don't know if this is an open position right now.
This is
because
real.
You found it on the internet. Okay. It is an open position. And I know people are going to say, like, brother, that's not a D2C job. Okay. But hear me out. Okay. Cluely, you go to the homepage, and what's it say? What's it say? Number one, undetectable AI for meetings. How many meetings do we have in the realm of e-com, especially if you are on the agency side? You got to warm up clients, you got to love them up, you got to report, you got to answer questions. You got to make them happy, inform them, and keep them going on there. In that sense, Cluely is very much a piece of the D2C ecom ecosystem. Founding engineer here.
Gosh.
You're going to work for a famous founder, okay, who's going to be all over the internet. You're probably going to be featured on their Instagram, which is super popular and is like a skit every day. You're going to make 250 to 350, okay? 250 to 350, okay? Some equity, 0.25% or 0.5, okay? And my favorite part, they guarantee you a girlfriend or boyfriend after 1 year. That is literally in the job description. I also didn't mention free housing and free food. Come on. I mean,
That's crazy.
Crazy offering. Crazy offering. Your thoughts?
This is cheating, though. I don't count this as direct in e-commerce. You're
It
going
is, though.
adjacent.
It
You're
is,
going
though.
adjacent.
It is, though. It
if
kind of
we-
is.
If we start going down this rabbit hole, then I'm going to start pulling Claude jobs, Anthropic jobs, OpenAI jobs, Meta jobs.
The founder over there, he's got ecom energy. You know what I'm saying?
He does.
I mean,
That's for
he's
sure.
got ecom energy, and for sure, there are operators using Cluely inside of ecom right now. I know it's slightly tangential, but it's connected. It's connected.
Maybe. This is hilarious, though. I mean, it's a pretty wild opportunity. And I think they put in that guaranteed boyfriend, girlfriend for virality, and it's working.
And it's working.
Yeah.
Jack, who is going to be the decider of today's winner, Jack, I just want you to consider my two positions right now. Number one, you go work at Heart and Soil, you're going to be healthy and hot. Number two, you go to work at Cluely, you're going to get paid a bag, free food, and you're going to get a significant other. I mean, guaranteed. So I'll just say that. Now let's go to your last job here, Colin.
Oh, yeah.
Product owner at Mattel.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. Talk about an amazing IP to work with. I mean, there's so much amazing IP under the sun for Mattel. You get to go in beautiful California. You get to be basically the product owner of digital and e-commerce. I mean, this is an incredible opportunity. Yes, it is, $91-ish thousand in California. And so you're kind of going to get hammered there as far as living ability in California directly. But this is a really cool brand. I would consider this similar to, if you were a product owner at Lego or one of these really amazing IPs, it's a really great brand to cut your teeth in, and everybody kind of looks at you and you're like, wow, this guy came from Mattel. He did some great work. You got to work with some amazing, cool brands. You got to do some amazing, cool collaborations with incredible companies. And this company is not going anywhere. I can promise you that.
No, they're not going anywhere. You're going to be working with the coolest IP that is out there. And maybe, maybe you might like to make a little more, but do it for the plot. Do it for the plot, get it on the resume, and move forward. Now, Jack, the moment of truth has come, and I'd like you to carefully consider here. I'd like you to carefully consider what positions you like best here. We know that you're. Oh, we went back to Heart and Soil. Is that an indication, Jack? She's scrolling through. She's scrolling through.
What?
She's reviewing. No brainer, Cluely for the win. No brainer, Cluely for the win. I don't know how I keep doing this. I mean, it's like stacks on stacks of dubs for me. Gosh, I'm starting to feel slightly bad. No, I'm not. Actually, let's dance, baby. No! Hey, it's Friday. We'll act another dub.
Dub.
How can you not feel good? How can you not feel good with the future here when there are ecom associated positions that are offering free food, free housing, and a free girlfriend or boyfriend?
Just a crazy opportunity. Crazy job up.
Crazy job up. And we have the one and only Phoenix Ha, who is coming to us. She's coming to us very soon. Before she comes, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Postscript. Focus is an amazing thing, is it not? Yes, it is. When you focus, you get outsized results. That is what happens. That is what happens. And that's what is happening with Postscript. When people make the switch to Postscript for SMS marketing, they see an average plus 22% increase in SMS revenue. Now, I didn't see that. I saw a whole lot more when I made the switch. We went from making very little money to being a top 1% account on their entire platform. And what was the secret? I just did what they said. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what they're saying. Go to the conversational report, direct-to-consumer.co/the conversational report. You're going to get all the deets and stats and data on the money that's being left on the table when your customers, your subscribers, text you back. You leave them on red. You give them an auto email responder. Email us at customer service. What. You don't have to do that anymore. Their AI shopper is here. One-to-one conversations at scale, brand appropriate, brand voice, product knowledge, all of the things. They are taking SMS into the future. Go talk with them. Go work with them. Many thanks for them being part of the show. Now, before Phoenix comes to us, can we just recognize that Commerce Roundtable is, how many hours away? Are we talking 24, 48, 72? It's not that many.
Not that many. It's a couple sleeps away.
It's just a couple sleeps. And you will be here live and in living color. You're coming.
There you go. I'm ready.
You're going to be bunking up with me.
I'm ready.
And what I have heard is that 80% of everybody who's coming is flying in. That's what I've heard. Did you hear that?
I've heard that. I texted Shaq this morning. I said, will you give me your peptides while I'm at Commerce Roundtable? And he said, I'll do the injection myself. That's what he texted. That's not what I said. So, I'm going to be looking jacked as well.
You're going to be looking jacked. As long as you're taking Shaq's peptides, you just got to get the right dosage, whatever the things are. But I know you're going to be looking jacked. And I've heard that we got people flying in from, actually, we just talked to one of our guys this morning who's flying in from Stuttgart, Germany.
And
we've got people flying in from Australia,
Crazy. That's a 30-hour flight just to come to Commerce Roundtable.
30-hour
Unbelievable.
flight.
That should show you
Crazy.
the value of the room that's going to be in there. It's like unbelievable operators, folks.
Can we pull up, Jack? Can we pull up the website? Let's look at the website because I think the good people here need to see what is happening. The best D2C event of the year. All right, scroll down here. I'm interested to remind myself of who is actually going to be talking. It's going to be right there in downtown Austin, Brazos Hall, right next to where our dinner is going to be on Monday night. Shout out. All right,
$220,000 of surprise giveaways.
220K. Can you scroll back up, Jack? Where was that?
$220,000 of surprise giveaways. So that's the way Jimmy runs Commerce Roundtable, where, you know, instead of having a boring ad read for sponsors, they want to get sponsors involved. But guess what? Sponsors are also giving stuff away this year. Last year was $100,000. This year it's 220 grand. Last year they gave away a trip to Hawaii.
It's crazy.
I want to go to Hawaii. Can I go?
Well, aren't they doing that again this year? Isn't there?
He might be doing it again. He might be doing it again, but on top, he's doing more. It's 220K.
Let me look at Jimmy's, because Jimmy had a tweet today, and I think he was talking about all of the giveaways. There's still a few tickets left. There's still a few tickets left, which I'm surprised. But people should snap these up. People should snap these up pronto. Okay, yeah, keep scrolling. Find out where our speakers are, Jack. That's who I want to see. I want to see our speakers. Yeah, this is brands coming. IQ Bar, True Classic, Portland Leather, all of the things. I really want to see our speakers. But listen to these giveaways here. When's the last time you went to a conference and won a trip to Hawaii or a trip to the World Cup or $100,000?
Crazy.
One way we make Commerce Roundtable engaging is our $200,000+ of giveaways. Okay,
there we go.
Do you think that we are we in on the giveaways, bro?
Maybe. I'd like to give away a MacBook. Should we do that live? Should we do a giveaway live while we're there?
I mean, that is a good idea. I was initially asking about receiving the giveaway. But it's better to give than to receive. It's better to give.
I'm cool to give it away to people. I'm all good.
It's better to give than to receive.
Here we go. Here's some speakers.
Here's some of our speakers. We got Chase Diamond, Email Goat, Stephen Borelli, CEO of Cuts, Sarah Levenger,
friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show, Psychology to the Max. Ryan, I can't say. Oh, yeah. Right. From Omnisend. Yeah, keep going. And then Brock. Look at Brock. Oh, yeah, Brock from Frost Buddy.
Jack TikToks.
Yeah, Jack TikToks are the way. Look at Max. How about Max Sturdivant? That guy's a plus 100K on Instagram over last year, just talking about email. Phoenix is going to be talking. Hey, we should ask her. What she is going to be talking about. Brandon Fink, I really want to meet.
Yeah.
I think he's behind scaling Breeze on paid ads. I think that is the case.
Mini Katana.
Yeah, Isaac of Mini Katana and many other things now. Yeah, it's a stacked room. And Dean,
my gosh.
Dean is going to be talking about his AI chief of staff.
Yeah. And then Alex.
Yeah,
we got Alex on the show today.
Alex is going to be on the show today. We've got to get a little taste, a little teaser, a little sample of what she's going to bring to the good people. It's obviously a stacked room. So Jimmy says we're down to our last tickets. They have one agency ticket left. They got
ticket left.
One media ticket left. They got one tech ticket left.
There you go.
And then they got a handful of brand tickets. Time to take the plunge. Yeah. And when he was last here, our cowboy code was still alive. You know, what I will say is that there's definitely heat behind this thing. You can scroll up to the top, Jack. There's heat behind this thing because our dinner was already sold out. I mean, several times over, you know, and we're having a dinner on Monday night. We had too many people that were wanting to come. I mean, I wish we could expand the room, but there's only so many seats. And then the closer we got, the more that thing just stacked up. I think we've got 70 people right now who cannot get inside of our dinner
Yeah.
on Monday night.
People are
And
furious at me.
and that's so, I mean, we totally get that, right? We
Yeah.
totally get that. I can't say I've ever been mad at you before, but it may happen. It may happen in the future. It does happen sometimes. Anyway, very exciting. And look at these, and ours is not the only one happening. I'm looking at the partner events. There's a founders table. There's a morning run. There's the Ecom Cowboy dinner. There's a Michelin dinner. There's D2C finance ops and growth dinner. There's there's a VIP dinner. There's a taco town run. There's just like so many of these. In the evening with Snapchat, there's a ton of these. And then there's even more. There's more on Tuesday. There's another morning run. Anyway, all that being said, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing
if you're not there? What are you doing?
No idea. Because the best founders in the room, the best operators in the room are going to be at this event right now. And I promise you, the cost of a ticket is going to be nominal compared to the value you're going to get from this room.
I think if you're on the brand side and you use our code, I think they drop it 40%.
Yeah. 50%.
And I'm not, it's not like I'm making anything on that. It's just like you know us, you use the code Cowboy, you get in, I think you drop like 40% off of your ticket.
Crazy.
Something like that. Crazy.
Anyway,
we hope to see you there. We're going to be live streaming from the event, both Monday and Tuesday, and giving you a little window into everything that is happening. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. We've got a couch. I mean, we've got the thing up over with the sign, and it's going to be an exciting deal. Given the good people that are not able to make it, giving them a little window and all that's happening. But you don't want to be that. You want to be there. You want to be there. Yeah. And hey, if you're there, you can come on the show. So
yeah.
Anyway, exciting. And when's the last conference you went to that they gave away a trip to Hawaii? Not sure, but I'm going to one. I'm going to one on Friday, and you're going to be there.
Absolutely.
Very exciting. Okay. Let's move forward to our next story. I think Phoenix is not here. She is not here.
Not here yet.
Not here yet. But let's move forward to our next story here. And before we get there, I've got to find, yeah. This is it. I want to look at Zuck's massive PR win that he is just having. Jack, I want to play this video if we can. Okay, let me set up what's happened. Okay, this was this morning. This morning, Meta's new president and vice chairman, Dina Powell McCormick, went on Mornings with Maria, Fox Business. Okay, if you're not plugged into that world, it's a big deal. It's like the show on Fox News in the morning to spotlight Meta's AI glasses, telling the story of Gulf War veteran Don Overton, who lost his eyesight in combat and regained his independence using Meta glasses. Okay, the reason why I think this is important is because we have highlighted on this show many times that AI, robotics, etc., PR challenge, messaging challenge, the hubbub and the messaging has largely been AI so awesome it's going to take all our jobs. That doesn't mean that much, okay, to the common man. It doesn't mean that much to the masses, okay? That's not a winning message. I think this is one of the first stories in the continually developing AI sphere where you can genuinely wrap this with positive human impact and show like this is excellent how this has affected a veteran's life. Jack, why don't you play this for us? We'll play it about a minute or so in, and then we'll come back.
I know that you've got Meta glasses also to talk about. Gulf War veteran Don Overton, who lost his sight after his service, now uses these glasses to help him navigate the world. Watch this.
Meta glasses gave me my independence back. My name is Donald Overton. I am a United States Army veteran, having served with the 82nd Airborne Division. We were deployed to go against Saddam Hussein's Republican Guard forces. I went into an ordnance bunker, and that bunker was detonated, and I caught a blast right to the face. Losing your eyesight is debilitating. You lose your independence, right? You become heavily dependent on others. Hey, Meta, is this the blue shirt?
Yes, that's the one.
Perfect. They're glasses, right? We were able to once again integrate back into society and not stand out with some huge device either strapped to a hat or wearing on our head or you're strapped to our chest. I can now go out to dinner with my wife and we can have a normal date night. I'm able to use the technology to read the menu to me.
And I know
Okay.
that our
Powerful. Incredible.
Incredible.
Colin, your thoughts?
I mean, this is absolutely what AI should be used for. Incredible story from him. What a hero, and absolutely what a brave, courageous hero for him to just go through that and come out on the other side just a better person because of it. I mean, it is incredible what he has gone through, and now he has been leveraging the tools from Meta glasses to actually be able to see and live his life better and go out on date nights with his wife and figure out what to wear. This is what we should be using AI for. This is an incredible story. I hope this goes everywhere.
And I think there are more use cases like this, you know, like
Absolutely.
the thing that Elon's putting in people's brains. What's that
Yeah.
called? What is that thing?
Neuralink.
Yeah, Neuralink. Which, you know, on its face, kind of scary. Let's put something inside your brain and we're going to be connected to it and know what's happening on your brain. But it's enabling people who have ALS and are, you know, losing the functions of their bodies. It's enabling them to play games. It's enabling them to talk. It's enabling them to type and with thought. That is like, that's wild. It's wild. I mean, it is literally sci-fi movie stuff. And the same here with Meta's glasses. I think this is a great packaging. It's a great PR win. It's good messaging, but it's also genuine. I mean, the guy wouldn't be on Fox telling the story unless he had actually experienced it. Veteran, came home from Desert Storm, you know, impaired eyesight. Now he's wearing the glasses and he has increased, regained confidence for his living. I think this is the kind of messaging and highlights. This is more of where the industry needs to go because
Yes.
right now AI has a significant marketing problem. It's significant.
Exactly.
You know, we love it on X. You know, look at what I can do. You know, big jobs. You know, all the things I can get so much work done in the white collar world. I can replace an entire team. But on the ground level, the mass gin pop, they don't like it. They don't like it. What's this mean? Like, oh, now the robotics can come and replace my warehouse job. That's awesome. Is it? You know, I mean, or great. Now my boss can hire the new tool and replace me as an executive assistant. That's awesome? Question mark. It's not. It's not. But I think stories like this, they wrap and position what AI is going to be able to do for the greater population in a much better way. And I hope there's more of this.
Yeah. This is exactly what we need when the technology space and the AI space. I mean, you talked and you hit it nail on the head. AI has a branding problem right now. And a lot of this was promised to us when you were building out AI, you're building out the infrastructure. This was the promise to human beings where it would improve your lives. It would give you abilities that maybe were hindered or taken away from you. This is what we want to see moving forward. This is the things we want to see from companies moving forward. I hope to see more of this. Great job for Meta and the VP of at Meta to post a story.
Yeah, absolutely. And having said that, there's a sick new workflow that Claude just released, okay, that I've actually been waiting on because I have been wanting to test this for us. It's particularly useful for brands inside of our space. And I'm talking about the automating of TikTok slideshows with Claude 4.7. Jack, do you have this one? I believe that you do. Pull this up for us if you do. Yeah, I want people to see this article. Okay, and a little context here. There has been a specific tool on OpenClaw that has been going viral for weeks called the Larry skill. And essentially what it has done is with a harness, it has allowed an agent to continually make TikTok slideshows that are relevant for a specific niche. And what the creator of the Larry skill used it for was bringing people to download his app that he created. It's for marketing. It's to automate marketing. And I know at first listen, everybody's like, oh gosh, like another one of these solve all my problem marketing tools. But I wouldn't say that. But the guy has literally driven 8+ million views, much beyond. He did 8 million in 1 week with these automated slideshow creations on TikTok. And here's the piece is that the agent would actually learn. Okay, it would actually learn, test new angles, what worked, what didn't, etc. And now the guy's app is going up and to the right. Okay, now I have not been on OpenClaw. I've wanted us to get on OpenClaw to test this thing out, but I have not done it. Now that process is being brought over to Claude. And for all of our Claude pilled marketers, I think it's useful to walk through. Is that fair, Colin?
Fair.
Okay, totally fair. Okay, let's scroll through this with me, Jack, as I read. Currently, TikTok is heavily boosting views and engagement for slideshows. True. You can check out these channels, and then he's got some specifically called out channels here. Tips with Emily, 48,000 followers. Grow with Ava, 8,000 followers. You look at some of the slideshows, 43,000 views, 178,000 views. Kind of crazy. Andreas helping you crack the For You page, founder at Go Viral. You can see these slideshows that are being made. It's a person, they got some text overlaid, you scroll through them, etc. And then these images are taken from Pinterest, an endless source of images. No need to use AI generation at all that cost. And why the workflow? Okay, no expensive tools, scalable, data-driven. And then he's got this 5-step workflow here. TikTok scroll, snap, tick, download, using Claude, Pinterest pick images. And then it's going from hooks. Step 1, doing research. It's opening TikTok, searching your niche. Is it study talk? Is it gym talk? Is it book talk? It's filtering by most like and most recent. And then it's going to create, okay, what hook should I create? Okay, laying that over on the first image, etc. It's going to extract hooks, what's performing the best. And then essentially it's going to save it to your library. It's going to use your knowledge inside of Obsidian or Notion, etc. And then it's going to automatically create these visual styles that get people to a point with a CTA to go and download your thing or go and buy your product or go and visit your website, etc. And this thing is doing numbers. It's doing numbers, literally millions of views per day. Now, my thought is like, this doesn't need to become like your brand account's approach, but for a secondary, for a tertiary, for your 4th or 5th account, why not spin this thing up and test it out and just have an all slideshow account? And hey, if it burns up and goes away and never performs, that's fine. But this is the kind of thing that could yield you free eyeballs, cheap CPMs for people to become awareness, etc. And that's what TikTok is good for in the first place. Am I crazy, or do you think there might be something to this?
I completely agree with this. And I also want to drive home your point that this should not be used on the main account. No. This should be used on a secondary account, and or a little bit of sauce here. You should make a fan account. That is how you should be leveraging a secondary account. Fan accounts right now are going really viral on TikTok for basically fan of XYZ thing. It's really good. So I would highly recommend, do not use this on your main account.
I think there's probably going to be some people who have listened to our good friend Rob and said like, hey, I don't know, using AI avatar, etc. That might this. Remember though, not an ad. Okay, not an ad. This is organic content. And what I will
Sure.
say too is that there's a lot of people who have tested this, used it, etc., that have found if you post directly via the API, you're going to get in trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
So this last step here about all of this content being posted in draft, okay, and then you manually go in and post thereafter. It's actually a crucial piece of this
Huge.
process. I think, especially while there's heat around TikTok slideshows, I think why not give this baby a try? You know, it doesn't have to be your forever strategy. It may fall flat on its face, but if you can get a number of eyeballs there, show your boss, get some wins, open up that top of funnel a little bit, and then hey, if it works, why not find a new angle, a new persona, and repeat, rinse and repeat on multiple additional social channels.
It should either be you're trying this out or you're making Fruit Love Island. It's one of the two, folks. You have to pick a lane and commit already, but that needs to be your brand moving forward. Either this or Fruit Love Island. Those are the only two we accept. Or you're going live every day for 4 hours. Those are the only things we accept. Those are the three.
And you know, if you go live every day, like our boy Braden, who was on the show yesterday,
yeah,
my Lord, yeah. Everybody needs to go and listen to that talk, because that guy is yielding 500,000 plus likes, literally,
crazy,
on his TikTok auctions. And a lot of us don't even know that TikTok auctions exist yet.
Yeah. Use TikTok auctions on the account that you're doing this slideshow from.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah. Get crazy with it.
Spin it up. Get crazy with it. Test it out. Okay, we have Alex Greifeld, founder of No Best Practices, coming in here shortly. But before she comes, let's talk about incense. Ladies and gentlemen, don't we all want better ads? Yes, we do. We do. But you know, getting actual humans involved is a disjointed, confusing, frustrating process. Manually negotiating usage rights, et cetera, finding the right creator. This is why Incense exists. It is the all-in-one UGC and influencer marketing platform that actually makes creative scalable. Okay, all-in-one platform, vetted creator marketplace, not just you finding people, but them applying to you. Automated influencer outreach, built-in campaign management. Get content in as little as 14 days. So much better than just finding a random TikTok and hoping it changes the trajectory of your business. You're going to get the UGC Playbook 2.0 at the URL scrolling across the screen. Incense has just put this together on why the era of Andromeda is good. And what's the playbook forward? It's modular UGC. Go and talk with Incense. Test drive the platform for free. Tell them Colin and I sent you. Many thanks for them being part of the show. Now, I have to say, I have yet to talk with Alex in person or face to face. And this is going to be for the first time. I would consider her like one of the legit most intelligent people on the timeline.
Facts.
Is that fair?
Facts.
Is that fair?
Absolute facts.
I would consider her that. She's got like deep fashion background. When she talks about like product market fit and like working with big companies, they're like companies with B's and T's behind the revenue, you know? Yes. So she's always just kind of like low key in a good way, low key kind of big dogging people like from where she's coming from. She, I feel like her mantra is no best practices. She got an incredible newsletter and she's going to be speaking at Commerce Roundtable. I'm hoping we can get a little sneak peek and talk with her today. I'm talking about the one and only Alex Greifeld. Alex, get inside this show. Get in here. There she is. There she is.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. Alex, we appreciate you making the time and joining us. Have you flown in yet? Are you on your way to Austin soon?
I'm not getting in until Sunday at like 10 at night.
That, you know, economical time usage there, you know.
Yeah.
If you got a family, you got kids, you know, you want to be away as little as possible. I totally understand that. Alex, I would love if you would just give everybody a little background on yourself starting out here, because there's some of you that's wrapped in mystique and mystery. You've got incredible background behind you, and you've worked with like incredible people and businesses, and that comes out in the content that you produce. But I'd love it if you give us a little foundation for where you are coming from and what you're doing now, Alex.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize I don't self-promote hard enough, but
Definitely not.
my quick backstory is I actually started my career as a fashion designer, like literally making mom jeans before that was cool. Um,
Wow.
I quickly realized that was not what I wanted to do with my life.
Okay.
So I pivoted to e-com and digital marketing, did that at various brands for almost 10 years, and then started my own consulting practice in 2022. And I've really been active on Twitter since I started when it was still called Twitter,
Yeah.
back in like the DTC 2.0 era with the big VC funded brands. And obviously, like things have majorly evolved since then, but it's been a fun ride. Right now, primarily what I've been doing, I've been working as the creative strategist for a brand called Stars and Honey. It's a collagen protein bar brand. They're absolutely delicious. I swear to God, this is not a plug. But they're so good. It's easy to sell a product when it's actually good. But in addition to that, I do kind of like a hybrid of growth consulting and creative strategy work, because what I find is that no matter what the problem is and how it manifests, the answer is usually to make better ads, but like that is the least actionable, most condescending advice that you can get like on the internet.
That's
so
great.
It's like, how do you actually do that? What does that mean for each specific brand? And are the ads struggling because of a creative thing, or is it because of some upstream decision that's being made? So that's my work. That's what I do.
I think you're dead on your point here about how we all need to make better ads. And it's also like kind of insulting when you say that, it's like, hi team, things are struggling. I know. What do we need to do here? The ads, they kind of stink. The ones that you've been putting out here are not up to par. And I'm glad to know about Stars and Honey. This is the first that I have known about it. They do look delicious, and you sew in that collagen. You've got some path forward. Colin, I really want to hear from Alex. I want to hear some sampling about what's coming at Commerce Roundtable, but I don't know where you want to take it next. You take it where you want to drive next, but I want to hear about Commerce Roundtable at some point.
For sure. Yeah, we can definitely touch on that. I would imagine that you had a ton of opportunity inbound from brands basically being like, hey, I need you to work with me. I mean, we've been following you for forever. You are one of the biggest brains in our space. What drew you to Stars and Honey, and what kind of allowed them to like sell you on them? Why did you choose them at the end of the day?
Because, well, I actually started working with the founder when he was developing the brand, when it was like pre-launch. And it was just a really interesting concept. And we worked on positioning, and I was like, this is a really good idea, like in my mind. And then the project concluded, and he kind of handled the go-to-market on his own. And then when I think the brand was about 18 or 24 months old, he came back and said, we've been growing really strongly. We're scaling things up. We need someone who's dedicated to creative strategy. Like, do you want to come on board and do this? And the way that I've worked up until this point is my longest client relationships are typically the brands where I think like, this is a really good idea that has legs, and I like working with the team. And so this checked both of those boxes, and it's just continued to work really well. So no complaints on my end.
I love that. That's a great rationale.
Alex, I have this thought that for marketers, they really need to bet on the right horse in order to have a successful career. And I mean, obviously it sounds like Stars and Honey. You've, that's a relationship you want to continue. But do you agree? I mean, I feel like it comes down to the right product, right team, et cetera. And you get in there, and then you've got a real path forward. But sometimes you get stuck in a bad situation. It doesn't matter how many good ads you make, you're not moving forward.
Yeah.
And it's a big reason why I switched into consulting, because it's like when you're working as a full-time employee, unless the brand is like a rocket ship and it is in that rare place where it's like right product, right time, right trend, right team, right funding model and goals, you're always going to hit a point in your career where the problem that you're solving for is kind of like upstream of what you're actually accountable for. So you're in the situation where you're like coming into work every day, just like doing everything you can to achieve your number or help the team achieve its goals, but you know that like such a large aspect of it is outside of your control. And so like unless you're in the C-suite, that's the exception. But I think for marketers, yes, opportunity selection is such a big part of your career success.
One of the things that I have seen you remark on, and I think, this comes out in your newsletter in many ways often, and I am thankful for you promulgating it because it helps me rethink some of the things that I do, and everybody needs to sign up for your newsletter if they haven't. But you've got this theme, this principle of no best practices, which is like exactly the opposite of what I want. I want best practices. I want something packaged together that I can put in my pocket and it's going to make me millions of dollars. And I'm going to look so smart to my boss and I'm guaranteed success. Could you kind of dig into that a little bit? Like how did you arrive to that? And why is that like a foundational piece of your thinking that you bring to brands and when you talk with them?
It actually started with one of my former bosses who I absolutely love and who is so smart. So don't take this as a knock on this person. She always used to ask at the end of every meeting with an external partner, okay, so like what are the best practices for implementing that? And I started to pick it up because it's like when you're a junior, you pick up this kind of stuff through osmosis. And then my next role, I got into a situation where the business was tanking and no best practices were working. And I was working with some really talented people who were like Ivy League educated and worked in private equity and were so senior and so smart. And they were all throwing their best practices at the wall and like nothing was working. Wow. And no one had the right framework to understand why we couldn't make our sales get back on track. And that was like this foundational moment where I'm like, there are no best practices and I need a different tool set for, if this ever happens to me in the future, understanding what's actually happening so I can get back in control of what's going on.
That makes a lot of sense.
You just dove there into the fact that there are no best practices. Everything is constantly in the air and changing. What's working for you right now? If there's maybe 1, 2, 3 things that you are kind of honing in on as, okay, right now, for this moment, down to the last minute, these are the things that are currently working. Even though it's not tomorrow, they probably won't work then, but now they're working for the time being.
What are the best practices? No,
okay. I think saying there are never any best practices isn't fair. Like there are rules to the game. Like when it comes, whether it's Meta, TikTok Shop, Amazon, it's like there are rules to the game that are set by, the one who holds the gold makes the rules. Zuck sets the rules. Amazon, not Bezos anymore. He left, but whoever's leading Amazon sets the rules. So it's kind of like, yes, you have to, if you're saying I'm leaning on Meta or Amazon or TikTok Shop or whatever it is for growth, you have to learn the rules and build your strategy around the rules. And those are the best practices worth knowing. Like, I'm trying to think of some really out there things that people try to do. Like, I work with a lot of fashion brands. So they'll always want to run advertising that looks like it should be a photo shoot that they're running in Vogue, where like you can barely even tell what the actual product is being advertised. That's not going to convert. So a best practice would be show one product that you're trying to sell in the ad. A lot of it is as simple as that. But when you zoom out and you have a fashion brand their sales are stuck, they can't grow, making those swaps might help them, but there's almost always a deeper upstream issue that has to be resolved more holistically. And that's where the no best practices comes in.
That makes so much sense. And I'm sure that you've seen that a number of times. And as you talk about it, I can think of that very thing myself that I've seen a number of times too. Alex, tell us, you're going to be talking at Commerce Roundtable. You're getting in Sunday night. I don't know if it's Monday or Tuesday. We're going to be there. We're going to be live streaming from there.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I'd love it if you would just, open the cupboard a little bit, not too much. I know people got to come. You got to come to the conference, but I'd love it if you would just tell us a little bit of what you're going to talk about. Give us a little sampling of what's going to be coming out here.
I'm going to talk about AI.
All right.
I'm going to talk about my AI journey and kind of developing the no best practices framework on these tools.
Really?
Because honestly, I went into Q4, really went into the second half of last year with a lot of anxiety about it, because I'm sure maybe more like existential dread is a more appropriate way of just describing it. But I'm sure you've all seen the posts where it's like, you're going to be in the global underclass if you don't make 10 apps, vibe code 10 apps in the app store, right now. Or I have this one-shot prompt that's going to make you 100 claymation ads, just comment prompt and follow me. All of this stuff, trying to dig through it and understand what's real and what's fake, because an unfortunate trend on social media, not just X, but anywhere you go, is people just make stuff up to go viral. And I feel like that's gotten worse as time has gone on. So my talk is going to be about busting 3 myths around AI and practical strategies that brands at any size can use to start to implement the tools and get value out of them, even if they're not highly technical, or ready to replace their entire team with a one-shot prompt or something.
I like that.
Gosh, I love that. What are you seeing? I mean, could you sprinkle a little bit on us about
maybe just one, maybe just one,
half of one? What brands should be considering?
I think the thing that makes the tools most valuable is context, and you have to make This is my big takeaway from the talk is the power of AI compounds with inner work. So the more confident you are as a leader or a brand in exactly what it is you're trying to accomplish in the next 2 to 5 years and what you are and are not willing to do to accomplish that, the more you'll be able to approach AI in a focused and effective way. Because a drop shipper can spam 100 statics a day and say the most unhinged stuff this cures cancer, but that's not creating enterprise value.
Right.
And using AI assets, even in and of themselves for younger generations, is trust dilutive and brand dilutive. So not for everyone, but for a lot of people, and the younger you are, the less they trust it. And there's a difference between trying to use AI to spoof a real person and Fruit Island, which you guys were talking about before.
We love that. We love Fruit Island.
I do.
Fruit Island, people like that because they know it's fake. They know it's entertainment. So that's fine for a lot of people. If the Fruit Island fruit turned around and said, take this magical pill, it's going to cure your cancer, I think that would start to bother a lot of people. So it's creating those frameworks around how you're even going to approach the tools, because the onboarding for most of them is not there. And the options are infinite, and you can just dump a lot of energy into making something happen only to turn around and find that the use case you built for is no longer relevant, or so it's you have to measure. I come from the fashion design space. You have to measure twice before you cut, or you might get messed up.
Measure once, cut twice. Measure twice, cut once.
Measure twice, cut once. Yeah. Carpentry
Alex,
too.
Yeah. Absolutely. Alex, when you say AI myths to bust, when you say frameworks for establishing the right context, when you say inner work here for most productive work there, that's exciting. That's exciting. Those are good. Those are good headlines to sell there. Wow. Well, I think probably what's going to happen is I think we're going to be live streaming Colin while she's talking.
Oh God.
So
we'll be covering it.
We're gonna have to have you come after you talk. You're gonna have to step off the stage and come give us the rest of the details because I want the frameworks. Is that fair, Colin?
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair. Alex, I think whatever your newsletter subscriber list is, I think it needs to be double.
Absolutely.
I think everybody and their mom needs to go get on your list. Now, I went to it this morning and it wasn't working for me. Was I going to the right one? Nobestpractices.co. Is that the right URL?
That's like my archive, but to sign up, you go to nobestpractices.co/newsletter. It's the link in my Twitter or X bio.
Nobestpractices.co/newsletter. I am subscribed. And yeah, it's working for me now. I think it's working for me. Okay. I want everybody to go and sign up for Alex's newsletter. I want everybody to come to Commerce Roundtable. There's still a few tickets left and listen to Alex. Alex, what else do we need to do? Where can we follow you, talk with you? There's probably somebody that wants to work with you and get your mind share afterward here. Where should they go and talk with you?
So hey, it's Alex P as in potato on Twitter. I got that before I got married, and then I couldn't change my name because someone else took Alex G.
Oh.
But that's my X handle. I'm on there daily. My newsletter, best place to stay updated. And then you can email me at hello@nobestpractices.co if you have any questions or concerns.
There we go. Well, Alex, we look forward to having you back and getting as much as we can at Commerce Roundtable. We appreciate you making the time and joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
One of the smartest people in our space, and I do not say that lightly, folks. Do not say that lightly.
And obviously, she's delightful to talk to, super intelligent. She's bringing a ton of experience to everything that she does. And I want to get more on the frameworks, how she's utilizing AI, especially with this best practices background. Now, while she was here, I believe Phoenix joined us. Is that right, Jack? Phoenix is here. And
is she here?
And yes, she is here. And Colin, I think you scheduled her. Phoenix said she did not have the URL. I think that one may be on you. I know I've done it before, but I think this time it may have been on you.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
Well, a rare L for Colin. He's only got one L in his entire name. Colin with one L. So a very rare one for him.
My middle name as well.
Oh, do you have an L in your middle name?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's at least taken 2 L's in his life.
2 L's today.
But now we need to welcome inside of this show VP of Social Commerce for one of the hottest brands on the interwebs. Okay. Unreal. Up and to the right, the Jordan Menard Mafia is sending this one to the moon. And Phoenix Ha is at the center of it all, overlooking one of the newest, I would say, sectors and most important eras that have now come. We are in the era of social commerce. I'm talking about the one and only Phoenix Ha. Phoenix, get inside this show.
Let's go.
Get in here, Phoenix. There she is.
First of all, I would never bail on you both.
Let's go. Let's go.
You know what? But life happens, and I'm so happy we made it work. But hey, guys.
Let's go.
We appreciate you making the time and joining us. And somehow we got the URL to you. And
there we go.
I am so.
We're here.
We're here. Let's go. We're here. Okay, Phoenix. Now you coming to Austin, Texas as well for Commerce Roundtable. Is that the case?
I booked my ticket. My butt will be in that seat.
Oh, wow.
I love everybody that comes to Commerce Roundtable. I actually just got back from the TikTok Summit, the second one ever in the world, which, by the way, we can talk about. But I think I got some more people to come to Austin because I'm like, where are you going to be?
Yeah.
Be
What
that
are
guy.
they going to be? Exactly. Okay. Well, before we get into instant hydration, Commerce Roundtable, all the things that are coming, give us the lowdown on what happened at the second only TikTok summit ever. Can you give us a little window into what was
Crazy.
happening there?
No,
Give us the
guys, it's a
sauce.
big deal. Like, it's the second ever. It's the second ever summit. So, like, think of Meta back in the day. We all wish we were there in the very beginning of Meta.
Yeah.
And I'm there, and I'm like, holy crap! Like, not that much budget yet. They're still figuring everything out, and like most people will be like, this is ridiculous. I'm over here going, this is incredible. I got to see a lot of things that, you know, I think it was like common sense to me, and then I got to hear a lot about the halo, and I think the halo is the number one topic. Everybody is like, is this real? Is the investment purposeful or efficient? Yeah, learned a lot. Met a lot of creators as well, so it was good.
You tell me, Phoenix. I am strong believer that the halo effect is real. I'm strong on it. Now I know that's kind of scary from all our like meta-pilled media buyers, but I'm strong on the halo effect being real. I mean, what's your take?
Y'all need to start getting uncomfortable. Like, I think like mastered is an interesting word. We understand Meta, right? And we've been fighting about it on Twitter all day long. CPCs, CPAs, like whatever, cost caps. And then we're over here on TikTok and no one's diving in and understanding that this engine, I think, will surpass Amazon very quickly.
Wow.
That we have to understand. So yesterday, there's 2 days in the summit. One day is all for sellers, which we were there. And then one day is for creators. And I'm in a very unique position where I'm both a creator and a seller. And I did that on purpose because I wanted to learn the ecosystem. I wanted to infiltrate from like a performance perspective. And these people in the room are not influencers. They are machines of selling. There was one person that did $5.5 million in revenue in a month, one creator.
Whoa.
And cat litter, cat litter dispenser or something like that.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, it's like affiliate marketing on steroids, and it's so incredible. And I sit here and going, no one's waking up. Now, in terms of the halo effect, I do believe it's real. I think there is a general like 4 to 5 delay, but there was a really beautiful panel with like Gap. So it was like the CFO of Gap. You've got Shark Ninja there. You've got like some really big brands, and they're sitting there and going, look, everything isn't clean. It is still messy, but there is a halo. And if you're so hung up on whether it exists, you're already in the dust. And second thing that I thought was really great, and I really believe in this, is that often marketing departments have a really hard time letting go of control when it comes to TikTok, because it is the wild, wild west. Like they'll tell you you're going out of business tomorrow. It's not true. They just want you to buy. And then the marketing department's like losing their mind. They're like, we're not going out of business. What are you talking about? Oh my God, people want this up there. This is so bad for our brand. But I'm like, it's not what it's for. TikTok is known for this. So yeah, it was a very long-winded answer, but very exciting things.
Wow. That is so fascinating. That's
fascinating.
Could you dive a little bit into all the things instant hydration now? I mean, you made the switch and you are there. It's one of the hottest categories in the entire world right now, and you're at the forefront of it. Could you dive into what you're doing over there?
Yeah, it's been like a rocket ship you want to hold on to. Strong team. You know, I've never seen growth at this rate, but what I will say is it's beautiful. Like it's one of those things where you just have to go. Like, you know, there's something great here and you have to go. I think they did a fantastic job with their formulation. I think one of the hardest things, you know, my background prior, we knew, was SaaS.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult to market to marketers. I think it's just as difficult to market something you can't taste, because this is prior to us working in retail, which Target now, by the way. There's NCAPS, exclusive collaboration with Icy, and then did like some really incredible things there. And we're launching in so many retail stores. So now people finally can actually take it and taste it.
I see.
But we had to be able to market something that no one has ever tasted. It's
That's
like
rough.
So hard.
like marketing perfume, you know, you're like,
perfume. It's like, it smells like earth.
Yeah, it has hints of success, hints
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like,
Hints of success.
I love that. I love that drink.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had to sell people on expecting and wanting more. We had to sell people that, ingredients matter. And if you want to feel the difference, we had to do hooks that were enticing enough for people to care to spend a premium dollar on a premium product.
Yeah.
And I think the team did it beautifully. So, yeah.
Wow. Phoenix, I've been watching you guys. I mean, instant hydration. I mean, I'm watching, I'm seeing what's going on there. One of the things, and maybe subscription is new for me, I admit. But one of the things that you guys were doing that I just found so fascinating tactically was, people come in and, hey, look at this, it's flashy, it looks great. And even if you subscribe here now, there's a chance your whole order could be refunded. I mean, I thought that may seem so simple, but I was just like, wow, like these guys, they're not just like product innovating, but there's just like so much depth of thought going into what is happening here. How can we get people, push them down inside of the funnel, especially when they cannot taste it. They cannot taste it yet. I thought that was so innovative, and I'm sure that has continued to extend to everything you're doing on the social commerce side. I've been watching from afar.
Oh, or have you been watching on TikTok? Because that's my MO. But no. It's interesting. Like, work very closely with the creative team. Co-founder Taylor is also my best friend. Like, it works out really well. It's such a cool environment to be with, like working with your best friend. We always and like a side note is, I met Jordan and Taylor when I was on a flight to Dubai, when I was on stage going to Affiliate World, and we were working on our first founder course together. And I'm so grateful for founder. Like, life is so crazy, right? And we were like, we want to be in each other's lives in some capacity down the road. And then it kind of just worked out synergistically, but we had never worked together. So like, we're friends, we all meet each other, but it's a different thing to put you under a hood and go, let's actually make some magic. And like, it's scary because you're like, ooh, and it ended up being so incredible. And so a lot of the ads we create crossover, cross-pollinate, cross-platform. So you probably see the same things, but the engine's crazy. You've been watching subscriptions wild. I will say we are kind of straying away from as much promotion.
Okay.
And leaning back in, but we had to, I think we really had to penetrate the market, and
for sure
did a fantastic job of it. I think it's also really challenging on TikTok. And if anybody's trying to be on TikTok and assuming that they're going to be extremely profitable right out the gate, maybe say a prayer for it. Like, it's not an easy platform. I will tell you. And I will tell you, anybody who wants a challenge, let's effing go. I don't know if we can curse here, but like,
you can.
Let's fucking go. Dude, Jordan hits me up. He's like, you're going to do TikTok shop. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I go in there and I'm like, holy shit, it's an undertaking. But I will tell you, it has been one of the most rewarding experiences ever, because I feel like, how many of you wish you go back to the meta days and tried it all out all over again for the first time? Because that hunger, I was losing that hunger. And like, I got it back doing TikTok shop. I think it's just like the very beginning. And Jordan West, you hear talks about it all the time. You hear about all these other guys like Zane talk about it, and no one's really paying attention. They're all watching from afar because no one wants to dip their toes in the water. Yeah.
I totally agree. I totally agree. 1,000%.
It's okay. I'll just drink it by myself. I'll just have more water. It's fine.
So how are you thinking about TikTok moving forward? How are you thinking about the actual content piece of everything? I mean, we had a great guy on the show yesterday who he is doing 500,000 likes on an auction
on his TikTok auction yesterday.
On his TikTok shop auction by just going crazy. I mean, how are you thinking about this stuff?
Yeah, I have a very different perspective. So, I think the MO is always like, go affiliate, go affiliate, go affiliate. It's just like sample out, sample out, sample out. And I think that's good to a certain degree. My thing is that I'll answer this with what I learned at the summit. They feel like lives haven't even been tapped into. They feel like lives in China were like they get it and we don't even get it yet. Like it's a very slow trickle over to the US. So we haven't even touched that. Like Commerce on Lives, the QVC. I mean, QVC was one of the companies that won a award. Like I just wanted to let everybody know who's winning really quick. Okay, Fenty Beauty, QVC, Shark, Medicube, like some of these companies that were really small that scaled to another degree because they took a chance, but also the big guys are there, guys. Like they're willing. Gap was there, I believe. Yeah, Gap was there. She was the one on the panel. So if you guys think like you're being smart by not participating, I would really rethink this and also take it extremely serious and have a budget ready to burn to have market penetration, and also understand that there are more engaged eyes. So that's another thing I'll answer with is there are more engaged eyes on that platform than any other platform. And I don't think we're also looking at it as it's like the attribution side of it. I mean, you know, I love attribution, and it's a closed loop in my opinion for the most part. Of course there's Halo, but like they're clicking and buying in the platform. And what TikTok's doing that people don't really understand is they're incentivizing people to buy. So they actually generate their own coupons and discounts that are not associated with you and then give you a credit. And then also if you don't hit a specific ROI threshold, they'll give you an ad credit.
Yes, we covered this. Which is like it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. That I mean, that's if you speak to that more. I mean, so you are the first person I have ever heard say you think TikTok is going to take over Amazon. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, that is a bold take, Phoenix. That's a bold take.
I never said something bold. You're good. So. Yeah, person there for you. Yeah, no.
The more that you talk, and we saw the piece where like, hey, if you don't hit your, if you don't hit your ROAS goals, or you don't hit, where you need to be, then we're going to give you a credit for that. I mean, that's wild. Just platform wise, I don't know of anybody else who's doing something like that.
Anyone does that, right?
If you're in a position where you're able to do this, which mind you, most companies are not, right?
Yeah.
Like most companies are trying to just make it where we're profitable, first purchase profitable, and I understand that a lot of people are going to subscriptions, so they're LTV based. They want to know their numbers. Like I'm going to be straightforward with you. You're not going to know your numbers in TikTok. There's no clean anything. They're still figuring it out. But if you can get in early, you're going to have dominance over a platform that has growing users by the day in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions. You are realizing that like you've got an entire other channel that is untapped. I'll just tell you that if you do your own analysis, because I can't really be so forthcoming with numbers, but like you do your own analysis of percentage of new visitors to site from TikTok to your site, just put a small budget, just watch that number and look at it and your eyes might pop out of your head.
Wow.
Oh crap. Right now, the finance team is probably not going to be super stoked. They're going to be like, this makes no sense. Well, so do a lot of things that we put marketing towards. Truly, we think that we're getting a return, but I just think that the bet is much stronger with TikTok. But yeah, I think lives, I think a lot of different things. And I think it's just scratching the surface. I mean, I don't know if you guys are avid TikTok users. Did you see Skims and how they did their last BFCM and they did a whole live selling event?
Huge.
Yeah, insane. I mean, it was a whole production. It wasn't like, and again, so here's another thing. Yesterday for the TikTok creator event / TikTok shop summit, we go there, you can get a booth, right? And the booths aren't even done right. Like I worked in footwear and I worked in fashion. So I went to Agenda, all of these other giant, like I would say, what are they called? Conventions, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And so there's seller events, right? People would come in, they make their POs, et cetera. And they went all out. They would spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions, like a lot on their booths. You go to this thing, it's like rinky dinky right now. Okay. And it is not there, but there's something happening. And then on the other side of the booth, there's a bunch of companies like Elf doing live selling.
Seriously, right there.
Wow.
They're prioritizing those brands on the platform that have participated in the TikTok summit.
Oh.
So they're putting them at the front. They're also a dedicated page. They're incentivizing top creators. Like they're completely taking the script and flipping it. So why are you taking a script that you knew about Meta and trying to bring it onto a platform that's flipping the script on itself anyway? Like I love it. I think it's so super fun. But I'm not even talking about Commerce Roundtable. So glad we went over this now.
Man, that is
wow.
That's incredible. You're going to
Yeah.
be talking about something else at Commerce Roundtable.
Different.
What are you talking about there?
Women.
All right, great, great. Well,
Women.
we know that you're an expert on that. We know
Yeah.
that you're an expert.
Oh, yeah. No.
There you
we're
go.
Every day. Yeah.
Wow. Well, Phoenix, I mean, Colin, I mean, before she gets out of here, and I'm so glad that I'm so glad that we worked this out, because I think you are making a bull case for TikTok that everybody needs to hear, specifically on the live streaming side. I've been trying to beat the drum on this. Colin, before she leaves and before we get new content at Commerce Roundtable, any parting shots for Phoenix that we should get out here before she goes?
I will throw a little curveball out there. Are you exploring Whatnot at all, or are you primarily focused on TikTok Shop?
TikTok Shop. I'll be honest with you, and like maybe I'm naive, but like I think everything else is a distraction. Like locked in, and mind you, TikTok Shop needs to pay me at this point for like how I feel. I also feel very passionately about certain tools.
Yeah.
Around these things, I feel reinvigorated with media buying and the marketing right now, and I don't think people are ready to listen. And to answer your question, no on Whatnot, yes on TikTok Shop.
All right.
That's fair enough.
While we are there at Commerce Roundtable, I want you to ask John Roman. John Roman.
That's true.
I want you to ask John Roman about his time on Whatnot. I think everything that you're saying about TikTok Shop,
Sure.
I think there's juice to be had on Whatnot. I do. But it's sweaty.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, but like you also have to remember, like too many apps. It's just like I have.
You gotta focus. You gotta focus.
Focus. Like I'm on Twitter maybe, and I'm on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But my attention is always on TikTok, and then the trickle over is going to be on Instagram, right? It's like the old school Twitter. You see it first, and then you see it on Instagram later. I feel it's the same way. So, and mind you, Instagram is now, and Facebook Meta is now doing clickable links and droppable links. Like they're taking the same infrastructure. Yeah, I'll talk to him about Whatnot, but for right now, Team TikTok Shop.
Okay. Well, Phoenix, we are looking forward to listening when you're speaking at Commerce Roundtable. And why don't you find your way over to the couch? We're going to be live streaming from there. So why don't you find your way over to the couch and you give us the deets after you get off the stage. We appreciate you joining us. We look forward to having you back.
I'm always happy to talk to you both. So can't wait. My first time in Austin. Bye, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, sure.
Wow. Bull
TikTok.
case.
Bull case for TikTok, and unbelievable.
Wow. She man, I don't think I've heard anybody say that about TikTok taking over Amazon. Whoa.
I will say I said it a couple weeks ago.
Did you really?
I did say it. I said it on the show when we talked about media spend by platform, and you said, which one's coming up next? And I said, my bet is on TikTok.
Yeah, but not to take over Amazon. Did you
that
say you
that
did?
was my bet. That was my called shot.
Wow, brother. I mean, that is it's a steep call. I mean, it's a high call.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I thought that was the first time I heard it, but
It's cool. It's whatever.
apparently you called it before she did.
Fine, it's whatever.
You guys been trading notes. Trading notes before the show. Wow. Man, I have to say, Phoenix said that she's got her energy back. Boy, you can tell, man.
For sure.
She's fired up.
Going brand side will do that to you. It gets you fired up. You can work with awesome people all the time. I mean, it's just a fun time on brand side.
There's not too many people. There's not too many people that go software brand, in that way. I think you and Phoenix are like the only two people I know about. Like who else has done that?
There's a couple of us rebels out there that like to mix things up a bit.
Mix it up.
It's seldom few.
Well, good honor. I'm glad that she came, and I'm glad we're going to get to hear more from her at Commerce Roundtable. Before we hit our last stories of the day, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Seguno. Seguno is the only marketing suite, ladies and gentlemen, that lives entirely inside of Shopify, where you work and play every day. What's that mean? It means your emails, your reviews, your banners, etc. It's all right there, and you don't have to trust in some duct tape together data integration that's hopefully verifiably syncing your segmentation and such back and forth. Your Shopify data is your email data. Okay, this is email 3.0. It's part of why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year. Okay, one-click automations, actual humans that can help you. If you go get their advanced Shopify segmentation playbook, that's available at seguno.com/advanced-shopify-segmentation-playbook, you are going to get some goated words on how to treat your segmentation and read that data inside of Shopify truly. And what I'll say is you can test drive this platform and this tool for free. Okay. You tell them Colin I sent you, they'll extend it to 30 days. Many thanks to Seguno, built for lean teams with big aspirations. Many thanks for them being part of the show. Now, as we round things out, new ad inventory just dropped. Live video ads are here. Did you know about this?
I did not.
I did not know about this. This tweet comes to us from Rock Hladnick, and right up here at the top, I have not seen these. Okay, in the Meta Ads Manager, I have not seen them. Rock Hladnick says live video ads, eyeballs emoji, and then I'll just read to you what it says. Live video ad user use settings that are suggested for a live video ad. This will adjust your budget and schedule to more efficiently deliver your ads and drive engagement. What I would say is too bad there's not more commentary around this. First that I've heard about it. I don't think that I have seen live video ads on Instagram or anywhere else as of yet, but hey, you never know. It could be a great place to drop a little coin. I'm interested to hear from anybody that has done it and run it. You seen anything like this before, Colin?
I haven't seen anything like this before, and it's so interesting because it kind of echoes what Phoenix just talked about with going live and brands going live. And I think that Meta is hearing what's happening on TikTok, and they're trying to emulate it as best as they can, maybe even putting some paid behind that to boost you out there to the masses. So I would definitely keep tabs on this and try to do a couple tests out of the gate.
I'd love to see it. I just want to see it happen. I don't know, like, what does it look like? Like, our boys talking live on his Instagram stories, and then all of a sudden it cuts away for an ad, or maybe it's like a little box that pops up at the bottom. You know, I'm like interested to just see it. I don't know what the UI is like.
Yeah.
You know, the tweet we surfaced from Barry Hot yesterday. I loved that UI. You know, you swipe up to the comments, the LP,
clean,
buttery, smooth. I loved that. But I wonder, what's this interaction on live video look like?
Yeah. I bet you it's going to copy a decent amount of what TikTok Live is doing right now. That would be my guess, knowing Facebook.
Interesting. A few other stories to round things out here, but one particularly that I think we should hit. Is this the beginning of the end for Adobe? Okay. New tool. I know there's like a new tool every other day. But this tweet comes to us from _ tally. Do you have this one, Jack? Oh, Jack. There we go. This tweet comes to us from _ tally _ and essentially the Cavalry app. Cavalry is a free version of Adobe After Effects. After Effects, there is now a free version of it available online. Tally asks the question, is this the beginning of the end for Adobe? Cavalry is one of the main alternatives to After Effects. I was not aware of it before, but now it exists. Now I am aware of its existence, and now it has been made totally free. I've always wanted to learn how to use this. Now I don't have an excuse time to go binge watch 100 plus tutorials. Available, download it, available cavalry.studio today. Even though I've been a faithful Adobe user forever for making ads, etc., I never touch After Effects. I mean, it's just so like cumbersome,
crazy.
I just never touch it on purpose. I just always look for some hack to not have to use it. I wonder, like, where is this coming from? A Cavalry Studio. Never heard of it. Now it's available for free. You got any background on this? You heard of this before?
Absolutely not, but I bet you it gets vibe coded into eternity, and Adobe is probably going to go and plummet pretty soon after seeing this news. I mean, we can talk a little bit about also what's happening with Figma after Claude just dropped this morning, the Claude Design Studio.
I'm looking at this now. It actually came up in the feed. Yeah. What's the Claude? Okay, introducing Claude Design by Anthropic Labs. Yeah, give me what you got on this. I mean, it came out 3 hours ago. It's currently got 9.9 million views. Jack,
Yeah.
I'm gonna text it. I'm gonna text it to you here in the messenger so that you can bring it up. I mean, give me your thoughts on this.
I mean, just look at Figma's stock price to see my thoughts on this.
Is it going down?
It is tanking, hemorrhaging down.
Really?
I mean, Claude basically just made Figma a feature inside of Claude on top of everything else. Like, there is maybe no reason to get Figma after this with what they are showing in this video here. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Let's
Unbelievable.
prototype. Obviously, what you're using Figma for. It's like clicking through an app design, change your comments. Yeah, change the color, dim it a little bit. Let's do dark mode. It's all right there. I mean, who are you commenting to? I guess you're commenting to your AI.
It's to your project. It's to your projects. So it's commenting the similar way that you would do it in Figma. This is basically a Figma dupe 1-for-1, and they just now have it living in Claude for free. Claude, this is unbelievable. Figma's stock price is down 8% on just the day out of this news. Claude decided to drop this 3 hours ago and basically one-shot a company.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it right now.
Unbelievable.
Let's see. At 9:30, it was at $21. Now it's down to $18.76 per share. So definitely took a haircut there.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's like 10% down in one day.
Brutal.
Well, I want to use it.
You already have it. You already have it. It's in Claude.
Yeah, this is the wild thing to me, is like some of these things that like continually come up from Claude. It's like, I don't know how to use it or how to access it, but I want to. I guess I can just open up a new project in Claude and find it, huh?
Exactly. You got to tell Claude how to get it.
Well, I'm going to relaunch my Claude and see if I can play around with it today. Many thanks to Alex and Phoenix for joining the show.
Yeah.
Goated brains and operators inside of our space, both going to be talking at Commerce Roundtable, for which there are like literally just a few tickets left. I think there's a handful on the brand side. There's like a ticket left for agencies, software, media, etc.
Go.
I think people should go.
You should go.
We're gonna be there. Don't like miss out. Don't sieve with the FOMO. Just act on the FOMO. You are gonna miss out. So don't miss out. Just go get the ticket and save yourself a little money. Use the code Cowboy. I think it's still live. We don't get anything out of that other than your presence, and we want you to be there and come on the show. Hit us up if you're going to be there. We need to start making our run of show list.
Yeah.
For everybody that we're going to have on while everything is happening. Many thanks to Seguno, Postscript, and Incense for making this show possible. Colin, as we head into the weekend, we got a lot of content coming out over the weekend. It's kind of crazy how many people that we have on in 1 week. It's kind of crazy, but we're going to have a lot of content coming out over the weekend, a lot of weekend watches. Any parting words for the good people listening right now before we head into the weekend?
Dive into Claude.
Dive into Claude and get on a plane.
There you go.
Come to Austin, just like Colin is. Come to Austin. We will have a great time. I don't think we can squeeze you into our dinner, but let's hang out at the show, and we'll have you on, and we will see you on the live stream, if nothing else, but we'll see you in person in Austin, Texas. Thanks for joining us. So we'll see you on the other side.